Hi, my name is Robert Nutt, and today I'm going to speak to you about 3D printing. 3D printing is a manufacturing process that uses specialized printers to use materials to construct objects layer by layer. This is instead of cutting or machining parts that might otherwise need to be assembled later. These machines use different materials to print the objects. This is why 3D printing can also be referred to as additive manufacturing. This process is very revolutionary in regards to constructing objects out of materials that would otherwise be too difficult to use. A good example of this is SpaceX. SpaceX is creating propulsion systems for their space shuttles using 3D printing, using an alloy that would otherwise be hard to use or hard to machine. This makes a propulsion system that is more durable that otherwise wouldn't be because they couldn't use the alloy. Another way that this process can revolutionize manufacturing is through lowering the overhead cost. You can make simple parameter changes using the digital software instead of having to retool machines. This can cut down on manpower as well as time spent. BMW is already using this process by designing and printing specific tools that they can use in the construction of their automobiles. Because of the ability to easily switch parameters, the type of manufacturing works well with prototypes or craft items. This specific reason is why some view 3D printing as a gimmick or just for hobbyists, or that it will never fully replace mainstream manufacturing. Even though 3D printing is not ready to replace mainstream manufacturing, it was still very desirable because of some of the characteristics that it can provide. 3D printers can run continuously, meaning that they can manufacture at all hours of the day with only a small maintenance staff available to maintain the machines. This virtually allows for an autonomous manufacturing process, which again can lower the overhead of the manufacturing plant. Downsides to 3D printing are the cost of the materials. The materials are specialized and not widely used, which means the demand is not that high. The limited suppliers for the material add to the high cost, but as third-party suppliers enter into the market, you should expect the price to drop. Speed can be another hindrance to the process, but it really depends on what's being manufactured. If you take a large wall or a large body panel to a car, it can take up to hours to print. But if you take a specialized prototype, it can be printed in a matter of hours, whereas otherwise it would take a machine shop weeks to create the item. The quality of 3D printed objects are quite a bit behind today's traditional manufacturing, and 3D printing cannot produce identical products at the same pace that a mainstream manufacturing plant can. 3D printing of individualized items has been a real boost for the medical technology industry. Medical companies can produce prosthetics, hearing aids, or orthodontics on site as long as they have a 3D printer. 3D printing is allowing for professionals without the proper equipment to create their own prototypes. Through these 3D printing service providers, they can print their goods on demand through the use of digital plans.